comfortable with the protests that we saw outside the homes of Supreme Court justices over the weekend?
If protests are peaceful, yes. My house there's protests 3-4 times a week outside my house. That's the American way to peacefully protest is okay. And that's my wife, sorry. Maybe there's a protest outside. But so as long as they are peaceful, that's okay with me. Yes. Now the entire country will be watching because for the first time in 50 years, a conservative majority on the Supreme Court is on the brink of dismantling 50 years of precedent and declaring that women do not have the right to an abortion. This is a giant step backwards in the rights of women and the rights of Americans, one of the most giant steps backward that the court has ever taken, and this decision, if enacted, will live in infamy like several of their other decisions have. If the decision happens, tens of millions of women will see their right to have control over their own bodies vanish in the blink of an eye. Imagine 5 extreme justices telling 100 million American women how they should treat their bodies. The outrage among women is palpable and real, and the outrage directed against this court is deserved. MAGA Republican-controlled legislatures like Mississippi, Arizona, Texas, and Louisiana are racing to pass extreme anti-choice legislation that will send women's rights back into the Stone Age. No exceptions for rape, no exceptions for incest. And over the weekend, Leader McConnell said a nationwide ban on abortion was possible. Now, Republicans have talked about their dream to overturn Roe v. Wade for a long time, but now the MAGA Republicans have taken over. If the MAGA Republicans get their way, millions of women in America would no longer have power over their own bodies and their own lives. If the MAGA Republicans get their way, young girls will grow up in a world where if they become pregnant because of rape, they will have no choice but to carry their rapist's child. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? If the MAGA Republicans get their way, pregnant women could lose their lives because there will be no exception for the life of a mother if there's a dangerous complication in the pregnancy. If MAGA Republicans get their way, women and their health care providers could go to prison for life for their medical decisions. The price of this MAGA attack on women's rights will fall on every woman in the country and fall especially hard on the most vulnerable low-income Americans, black Americans, other minorities. And as you know, this is not an abstract exercise. For women, it is real and urgent as it gets. This is a 5-alarm fire, as Senator Murray has stated. Republicans are still trying to hide from this. Every day they look for a new diversion. Oh, the leak. Imagine 100 million women Americans' right to control their own bodies, and they're focused on a leak. Misplaced values. Misplaced values.